Guys, one of the best things about, this car is, when people see this stuff, man, they get inspired, right? And just kind of like I was saying, man, 3 years ago, and I'm gonna show you this guy, there's this guy named Mr. Kuta on Instagram, and it was so crazy. I met up with him maybe like 3.5 years ago. Man, I was going through it. I had a horrible day. I think I just lost like maybe $10,000-$15,000 that week. And keep in mind, this is like money I couldn't afford to lose. I remember I lost it and I was just so down. And then I went to church on my own. I just kind of went to church on my own on a Sunday. And then I met this guy, man. He literally he showed me he was driving a McLaren. And, he asked me if I wanted to ride in it. And this is my first supercar I ever been. But it's just dope, really, just to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact that, one, he let me in the car, and then two, the experience I got from it, that was the motivation that I needed. And I want to show you how life comes 360, right? Because look at this shit. I literally told him, this is the power of manifestation, bro. So, he's very private, but this is the guy right here, right? His name Mr. Kuta, right? Look at this. So, hey, March 20th, 2023, which was about 3 years ago. I appreciate you more than you know. I needed to feel that yesterday. In 2 years, I'll have one. I'll come back to this message, right? He took me to his McLaren. No problem, dude. I'm gonna do live. My pleasure. Cool. Look at this. This is the power of manifestation. On June 12th, I texted him. My guy, I got inspired 3 years ago from the day you took me into the whip. I copped a Lambo last month. I appreciate you. That day I was at rock bottom, and that was the motivation that I need to keep going. Look at that. That's crazy. It's crazy, bro. 3 years ago, I told myself that I was gonna be exactly where I'm at. And sometimes it takes just a little motivation, and sometimes it just takes surrounding yourself by the right type of people, right? This is why it's so important to make sure the circle that you have around you, the people that are around you, they're pouring into you and they're speaking life into you. That moment, I was at rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, I was just in a bad place, and I needed that. God makes no mistakes. God is the perfect author, because during that time when I needed it most, he showed me what life could be like. He showed me what is possible when you believe in yourself. It showed me what's possible when you chase your dream. He put me in front of that supercar. It's not about the supercar. It's the fact that when I was at my lowest and I needed some motivation to keep going, right? God gave me an opportunity, and God gave me and revealed to me a way that is possible, right? This is motivation for anybody right now. If you're going through something, if you're struggling, if you don't know how you're going to pay rent, if you don't know how you're going to pay your car note, if you don't know how you're going to get through the next day, if you're struggling in your trading career, I want you to know, man, it's possible. Let this video be motivation that you could do this too. I spoke everything into existence. I told myself that I was going to be here. I told myself I was going to get there. I said it. I said it, right? I wasn't just talking, I said it. Look at this. Appreciate you more than you know. I needed to feel that yesterday. In 2 years, I'll have one. I'll come back to this message. 2 years. Actually, 3 years. 3 years, man. I spoke this into existence. This is not luck, right? Forget the car. It's not about the car. This is not luck. I told myself I was gonna get there. Appreciate you more than you know. I'll come back to this message. Guess what? I came back to the message. I did it, right? Nobody can take that away from me, right? Forget the car. This car could be gone tomorrow. But the fact that I told myself I was gonna do something and I stuck with it and I believed it. This is why you have power in the tongue. Whatever you speak, you gotta speak life into your goals. You gotta speak life into anything you wanna do in this world, bro. You gotta believe that to the highest degree, right? It's easy to think negative when bad shit's happening. It's easy to think negative when things aren't going your way. But can you remain positive in times of adversity and discomfort? Can you remain positive even when things are going left? That's when you get blessed the most, right? You get blessed when you make the best out of your situation. The happiest people make the best out of the situation. Whatever you're going through and whatever your current situation, you need to make the best out of that. How life comes 360. It's crazy how life comes 360. It's crazy how when you say something and you speak it and you really believe it, and you trust God with the highest degree, God finds a way. And guys, I'm gonna come on here and I'm always gonna talk about God because I know everything I have comes from Him. I know everything I am is Him, and I'm not perfect, but I know that all this that I have, all the blessings, has been God. It's been God's favor, and I'm grateful, thankful. And for me to sit here and come on here and talk as if it and be boastful, as if it's me, is crazy. When I know God could take it away at any moment, right? Let this be motivation. You can do this too, all right? So man, we're gonna finish out the rest of the day. I just got done with a workout. I'm about to go on a little walk. Man. All right, cool. So we're getting a walk in. We're here on the Buffalo Bayou. And sometimes I like to really just get a walk, man, clear my mind. Man, I already had a long day, right? But sometimes it's just good to get like a little clarity or something like that, man. We're here at the Buffalo Bayou. Cool little trail, man. But yeah, man, this is our second workout of the day. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, listen, in a month, y'all see all this? That shit gonna be gone. Right now I'm weighing about 222. By God's grace, my goal is to get to 205. If I can get to 205, that'd be cool, man. Like I said, guys, I've been big my whole life. I used to weigh 250 pounds being a linebacker in college. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know what I'm saying, I'm literally weighing like 220. I'm trying to shred that to like maybe 205, 200. And that's trying to be it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be big my whole life. Right? So, like I said, it's just baby steps. Really just staying consistent every single day. Applying myself, right? But like I said, it all starts with day-to-day actions and making the most out of every situation. It's so crazy because I'm in a trade right now as we speak. I'm in a gold trade. And I think my stop loss got hit. So, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because now, I really just got to stay consistent on the grind, right? That's what it's about. Really just staying to the key. But if I just stick with my program, I stick with applying the information, who's to say, right? What's possible? Yeah, but success doesn't happen overnight, right? What happens is through the consistent action day to day, right? If I come out here, man, I work out, get my mind off of, my current day. It doesn't matter what kind of situation I've been through, right? But success doesn't happen overnight, man. It really just happens when you stay committed to a goal, right? And believe in yourself, right? Changing the frequency to, hey, everything that I put out there, right? I truly believe that can happen, right? I would have never gotten into a position where I'm at, right? If I didn't believe in what I did day to day, right? And you got to tell yourself, you got to speak that. Everything matters, from the food you put in, from your day-to-day habits, applying yourself, going to the gym, how you study, right? You got to get intentional about the mindset as far as where you want your life to be and what to look like. And guess what? When you have that consistent compound action and every single day you're applying yourself, you're doing this, guess what? It starts showing up, right? For me, man, I don't want to look back 5 years, 6 years and be like, damn, I wish, I would have done these differently. So guys, the thing for me, man, I want to look back 6, 7, 8 years and be like, damn, I wish I would have posted more content. Damn, I wish I would have studied this new skill set. Damn, I wish I would have, applied myself a little bit more. I wish I would have actually, took time to, get an education program or course, right? I'm still investing in my education today. Just the other day, man, I literally purchased, another course from a guy that's doing way better than me, right? And why is that, right? Because if somebody's doing way better than me, you got to take the pride out of the ego, right? For me, guys, I have no ego when it comes to my goals, right? It doesn't matter if a nigga's 20, 22, 21, 23, 24. I don't care if somebody's 18, right? For me, my mindset is if I can learn from somebody and I can apply the knowledge that they have done and see if I can add that to what I'm currently already doing. Does it necessarily have to be a monetary gain? No, it does not, right? And that's where people fall short at, right? If somebody could change my mindset and change my perspective, and even if I didn't make any money from that, I'm open to that information, right? Because for me, if I can get in the good headspace, if I can keep my mental clear, if I can make the right decisions over and over again, over a long period of time, that's more important than any dollar value, right? You got to protect this at all costs, right? So I'm constantly feeding myself things day in and day out, right? What do I want my dream life to look like, right? I have that in mind. I have that written down on my board. Guys, the worst thing you could do is wake up, right, and live your life in regret. Think of all the times that you didn't jump when you should have jumped, right? And deep down, everybody knows when they should jump, right? You get a feeling in your chest when an opportunity comes your way and you have this, I don't know if I should do it, right? And so many people, man, they're scared of it not working out, that they don't even think of the possibilities of what if it did work out, right? What if everything did go as planned? What if I did make a lot of money from the situation? What if this was my alignment on my journey, right? Guys, you got to change your mindset and stop thinking everything's the situation where it can go negative. Because guess what? If you think that and you put that out in the air, then guess what? That's going to happen, right? I told myself, any opportunity that came my way, I look at it as God's putting it in my face for a reason. Now, I'm not saying I necessarily have to take the opportunity. All I'm saying is I'm open to listening to an opportunity when it comes his way, right? A lot of people, you get opportunities that come your way and you're not reacting. You're not applying yourself, right? You're not doing nothing about it. You're just going through the same day routine, right? And this is me. I used to do the same shit. 5 years ago, I was making $30,000. 6 years ago, I was making $30,000 a year, right? $30,000 a year I was making. Guess what? This month I've made over $100,000, right? And I don't say that to brag or boast, but would I have got even into a position to do that if I didn't trust myself? If I would have got even into a position like that, if I didn't believe in myself, right? You got to make that decision for yourself. You're the only person that's in control of that. Listen, if I never took that risk, I wouldn't be on this phone, right? Yo, if I never took that risk, I wouldn't be talking to y'all here right now, right? You are watching this video right now because I decided to jump, right? And I'm telling you for yourself, at some point, you're going to have to jump in your life and you're going to have to make that decision that, hey, I want more that this life has to offer. There's more out there than going to a 9-to-5, right? Nothing's wrong with a 9-to-5. A 9-to-5 is great for the situation, but a 9-to-5 is not a long-term game because a 9-to-5 caps you off, right? Now, there's some jobs and some situations where a 9-to-5 makes the most sense. And I'm not talking to those type of people. I'm talking to the individuals that, hey, you're making 20, 30, 40, 50, $60,000 a year, right? And you feel like that's not enough. At some point, guys, you're gonna have to jump and you're gonna have to make that decision for yourself. And for me, I don't wanna look back years, right, from taking no risk, right? I got people that are contacting me right now from high school, college, that I told about day trading, right? In some way, shape, or form in the last couple of years. They never took any risks. They never decided to apply the skill set. They never decided to look in or dive a little deeper, right? And you never know what this skill set can do for you, right? I'm always gonna be an advocate for trading because you never know if this is your calling, right? But I do know this, if you do not take no risk, right? If you don't take no risk, if you don't look for new opportunities, if you keep doing the same shit, then guess what? Nothing is going to change, right? You are not going to see a change in your life doing the same shit over and over again. It's like people, some days they wake up and they're looking for someone to come save them, right? Nobody's come to save you. And I had to realize that for myself, right? And I had to stop crying about my situation. Stop asking God, why me? Why am I going through this? Why couldn't my family be rich? Why couldn't I have better opportunities? Why couldn't success be set up for me? Why couldn't things be handed to me? Why do I always have to work for everything? Why do I always have to take the hard road? Why do I always have to work a little bit harder? Why do I never get the fast results? Why when, oh shit, bad situations happen or quick money comes my way, I lose it so quick? Or why does the shit that works out for everybody else never works out for me? I can't even do illegal shit, right? I can't even do anything slime, personally, right? Because God always made an example out of me, right? And I used to ask myself why, right? But I know why. My route was harder, and the things I went through, right, was harder because God put me through that storm and he put me through those seasons. So now during these moments, I appreciate it. And I can use that as a testimony to talk to you guys, right? So I'm speaking to the people, man. If you feel like you don't have a break, if you feel like, man, you can't have no breathing room, or you feel like you're always gasping for air, or you feel like there's a weight on your shoulders, I'm here to tell you that there's a vision God has for your life, right? And there's two types of people. There's people that sit and they listen to everything I'm telling them to do. And there's people that say, hey, you know what? I'm going to try that. Right? Guys, you can literally join my Discord under this description for free. It literally walks you step by step on how to trade. It helps you get set up with a broker account. It helps you start popping trades. You can copy trades. I'm not hard to find, right? But the thing is, the difference between people that actually want it and they want to change is they actually click the link and they actually try. A lot of people are scared to even try, right? And if you're scared to try, you're never going to see a change in your situation, right? You are never going to see a change in your situation. And I'm not here to talk your ear off. I'm here to tell you that, listen, if you want to change your situation, it's possible, right? But you're going to have to take risks. You're going to have to believe in yourself. I ain't got motivational speech all to death, but listen, brother, I promise you, you can do anything you put your mind to, man, but you got to believe that to the highest degree, right? The thing about it, man, you can't expect people to believe in what you got going on if you don't believe in yourself.